And how was the
Yeah.
reception with Tony's show? How did that go over? Were you able to reach more of the type you were looking for?
Look, initially I wasn't sure who I was reaching. I wasn't even sure if there were people out there. But what I've actually found, it's kind of it's radio, so it's live and it's in the moment. So
Right.
I knew that I knew that Tony had data around how many people were dialing in and all that kind of thing. What I didn't anticipate was the amount of people that are actually watching it afterwards and are reaching out separately. And that's what I've been finding. I've even had, recent clients jump on and find it without me even mentioning it, and have, circled back and given me really great feedback around how important the kind of conversations Tony and I have had are for people who are in environments where the balance of power isn't ideal and decision making and transparency isn't there. So I guess I kind of underestimated what it would actually entail. But I've got to be frank, though, part of the reason why I really wanted to do the show with Tony was because from a personal development standpoint, I had recently undertaken some training around speaking to camera and making videos and things like that, because I felt that it was a skill set that I needed to increase or expand. I'd been brought up in a European conditioned environment where I didn't really have a voice. I've got a European background. And so it was really important to me to put myself out there in a different environment and outside my comfort zone to have that experience and have some great real conversations that were actually recorded. So in the background, that was really playing really strongly on my mind for me. I wanted the mechanism to get my voice out there and for people to actually hear a different perspective, but I also wanted the personal journey as well. And that far exceeded my expectations. The natural nature of, it's really, really great.
Kind of a twofold goal, which is great.
Look, it definitely was. And on a personal level, because Tony and I just have a really natural rapport, even though we had sort of base questions that we knew would kind of, today we're covering risk management or whatever it is. And I knew that there was some sort of base things that Tony wanted to cover. It went wherever it went. And Tony creates a really safe environment for individuals to have the real conversation and share their own experiences in a way that you just know that when I talk about this stuff, that other people are going to find it relatable, because I'm not the only one that's actually gone through some really, terrible things with CEOs who want to hide things from their board, or senior leaders who want to put their name on your work and push it up the line. So when it's when it's the work is good, they're really happy to put their name on it. When the work isn't, they'll stand back and leave you alone, and it's all on you. So it's all that kind of stuff.
Right. Good. So how many shows did you do together?
So I did 8 shows. I chose to do 8 shows, and I've got 8 amazing videos that my marketing team are slicing and dicing right now. They've been doing it for a little while because it's 8 one-hour shows. So there's a lot of content there.
Yes.
And well, that's totally right. So my next challenge is to actually use the content from the shows in different ways, aside from putting it on my website.
I'm sure your marketing team will figure that out.
Yeah, they're all over it. I just send it over and stand back and let them do what they need to do. So they're in the process of doing that at the moment, and I've got a broader scale marketing program that I'm starting as well. And I'm planning to use LinkedIn in a slightly different way with some advertising and things like that as well. So and I'll no doubt include in or tie in the Toni content in some way, shape, or form.
Good. Okay, well, I'm working on her PR, and I'm putting together an actual official press release, but it's more than a press release. It's more, what I do is brand storytelling. So I tell a story, rather than just post an announcement about a new show or something like that.
Yeah.
So I like to get in and talk to people and find out a little bit more on a deeper level.